Hi, I'm Annie Lichny, and I want to thank you so much for joining in for some meditation practice. When I'm out and about talking with people, the common theme right now is overwhelm and frustration and getting pulled into everything and anything in the exterior world. And we get so caught up that we lose sight, lose track, lose awareness of our deep inner intuitive knowing. And this knowing, this deep sense within us is in our brain, in our nervous system, in our body, in our heart, in our gut, coursing through us. So we're going to tap back into that and be less influenced, less distracted by the emotional turmoil of the distractions of the exterior world. So the first thing that we're going to do is start to just loosen things up in the torso very gently, and we're going to find a pattern and a rhythm to do this. So we're going to take our hands. You can either wrap your one hand around the other, or you can clasp your hands together, whichever's most comfortable. Find an upright posture, and we're going to stay seated in this posture for the remainder of practice, but just do a few practices to just start to come back home to ourselves. And we're going to take our hands and bring them out in front of you and just very gently tap right in that heart center area. Just going to tap. And just really pay attention to that tapping. And we'll just count the tapping now that we've found this. Breathing in and out of your nose now if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're just going to make fists of both hands. And we're going to do the same thing, but in a kind of a motion of one and the other along around the belly button region. So it's just going to be kind of like our belly button area, our lower belly is like a drum, and we're just going to very gently tap along. So find this for ourselves here. Very gently tapping. This is engaging and awakening, in a sense, something new for the nervous system that is very active, certainly in the belly. So now we'll also add a counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay focused here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just can place your hands, rest them comfortably somewhere along your legs or together in your lap. And we can close our eyes down. And again, just remove just little bits of distraction. We're very easily distracted and disturbed in the body and in the mind with this external world that's very overwhelming these days. And we can start to come home to ourselves and feel more girded, more confident from our deep, intuitive, knowing self. So your back is upright and dignified, breathing in and out of the nose. Maybe feeling a tingling from just doing that light knocking on our torso parts of our heart and our belly. And we're very slowly going to pay attention to the breath, coming in and out in a very slow pace. Our mind is going to get involved here and help us to slow the breath down. I want you to use your own count for the breath, but as slowly as you can breathe in and out, and really follow the breath, moving in, smoothing it out like you're ironing it out, and out, smoothing it out. Just following the breath now. Slower and with more intention than you would normally breathe. You let your body tell you what pace is right here for you. Let the mind come in and pay attention to this slow breath. Listen to the body. We can start to make space to listen to our own body, listen to our own mind, just by slowing down intentionally this pace of breath. And really stay focused. If you're lost in a thought, it's taking you away from right now to the past or the present. Come back to right now, wherever you are in the cycle of your unique breath. A very slow, calming pattern that's right for you. Breathing in and out of the nose. So right now, you're starting to come back and trust yourself. Trust what your body tells you is a great calming breath, speed and pace for yourself. And in this silence, we start to notice what the thinking mind has been up to a little bit. Maybe where our thoughts have been taking us, maybe they're emerging now. We could notice for ourselves the kinds of thoughts that we are distracted by, and that string of thoughts, one after the other, that leads to this emotional overwhelm. And maybe you're lost in thought now, and that's okay, because now when we notice we're lost in thought, that's the mark, that's the coming back to this inner deep knowing, this silent, still space within us that knows, this intuition. And so, again, our mind has these two capacities. It has this inner voice, this dialogue that's continuously going. Sometimes we're paying attention to it, sometimes not. And we also have the ability to direct our mind and focus our mind. And when we use this ability to be alert and aware and directing our mind, it helps us to come home to ourselves and really become at ease deeply within and not so distracted and disturbed by every little thing. So we can focus, use this mind's focus and bring it into our feet. So we're bridging our mind into our feet right now, just paying attention to the body, starting to come into the body with the mind. Just feeling and experiencing the felt sense of the feet. Noticing what's here, a tingling, a numbness perhaps. We feel a combination of aliveness, a vibrational quality, and then perhaps also some discomfort in a joint. All of these things are happening and coinciding all the time and always changing in our body and also in our mind. Moving up through our legs, feeling through the lower leg, the knees, the thighs. Allowing our mind to come into the legs, making that bridge for ourselves here. Feeling sensations, feeling the bones, the tissue, feeling the strength deeply within. We could feel almost a sense of personality in our lower extremities. And it might be different than another part of the body. We could come up to our pelvis, feeling the contact with the surface underneath us, feeling being held here. And moving up through the torso, through the belly, the rib cage area, the heart center. Maybe it feels extra charged or magnetic or electric because of our work from the beginning of practice. Notice what's here for you and all of the different sensations and different almost personality traits that run through our bodies. There's a very strong emotional capacity in our heart center area. Perhaps we can feel that magnetic pull, and it feels different than in the legs or the feet. Really stay focused. Keep bringing the mind into the body. The mind is paying attention to deeply within, and this strengthens our capacity to stay strong, stay stable, stay at ease, no matter any disturbance outside of ourselves. Coming up through the shoulders and down the arms and the hands. Feeling the sensations, feeling vibrations. Again, noticing personality, sense. My hands have a sense of busyness about them, always needing to be busy. I can kind of almost feel that now. Coming up through to the head, feeling behind the eyes and the space in our head, in the jaw, in the mouth. Bringing our mind's focus right into the center of the head. And when we are bringing our focus to this, we might naturally notice more stillness and a sense of silence. And there's some clarity here with those aspects of ourself. There's presence and clarity and inner belief and conviction deeply within ourselves. We could notice the space around us in the room or wherever we are. Noticing our envelope of our skin and the air and the space touching us and the space of the room. Noticing a sense of stillness and silence within the space around us. The stillness and the silence is very calming and soothing and nourishing. And it's what we have within us as well. There is an inner silence, an inner spaciousness and stillness. And if we can sit here together without moving too much, we can really start to feel it. Within, around us. We might even recognize that if we bring our mind's eye up to the sky, the sky that's up above us, it's not really an object or a thing, it's space. There's a sense of stillness and silence within the sky. If we look up to the blue sky during the day, it's stillness, it's spaciousness. There's an intelligence that's up there that is also within us. There's a confidence and a conviction in the deep blue sky that also resides deeply within us. And it's easy to lose sight of it when we're pulled into the distractions of the world outside of ourselves. We could also notice, similar to the distractions of our thinking mind that's threading thought after thought after thought after thought and maybe pulling us into looping thoughts, we could also notice that that's similar to clouds in the sky, and as a storm is coming, the clouds get very thick, the air feels thick. Dense. And then the storm passes, and then we're left with clarity again. The sky has always been there. There's been no change up in the sky. It's just the clouds have come through. But now, just like everything, things change. The sky is still there. The silence and the space is still there. And the clouds have moved through, kind of like our thoughts. And if we can stay true to ourselves, this inner stillness, this inner spaciousness, remember that it's always there. We just need to slow things down, smooth out the breath, feel within the body. It brings us very closely and more easily to our own inner intuition, confidence, a deep knowing for ourselves. It's an inner belief, just like the sun shining in that sky. And we have this deeply within us, these same qualities. When the world gets very filled with distraction and overwhelm, we do not have to absorb that within ourselves. We can just let those clouds pass by. Stay strong with the sunshine in the deep blue sky, with our own inner conviction. And we will be happier, more clear, more filled with ease and peace and confidence. And not so disturbed and affected by everything we come into contact with in the outside world. It's a privilege to practice. And I thank you so much for your time and your unique outlook for yourself, inside and out. Thank you so much.